NFL 23, and we're running it back with the two teams from Super Bowl VI. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday night.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
This one teed up, and we are underway here at AT&T Stadium. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Eluding the and he's taken down. Back in his own 7. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence for the sack. Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, exactly right about that. They kept him short on 1st down, on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the run. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Now that was a big run. It takes him all the way down to the 1-yard line, and that'll shake the confidence of any defense. So when they're looking for a little bit of support now, looking at their defensive coordinator, if I'm him, I dial up some pressure. I just go after him because otherwise you're still playing back on your heels, and that's not going to help your defense at all.
1st and goal at the 1. Elliott will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Extra point by Moore, and good. And that makes the score 7-0. touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out right at the 35. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're doing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Tua going to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. And he proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Open net is Waddle complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Looking to pass. Tua. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands, and yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
Here's Tua. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Tua. He'll be hit and taken down at the 20-line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your line and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
He'll buy some time right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
Talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Prescott off play action. That is caught by Lamb. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They go down the end again. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 25. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
4th down, Prescott steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Inside give to Elliott. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a first and goal.
Now Elliott. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on third and goal? They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now Prescott on fourth down. Touchdown! Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Extra point by Moore, and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before the game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor.
Oh, Prescott stripped. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
That's interference. Defense.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs, and they have to officiate block and charge.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Sanders' kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
Just had to hold on to the ball.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Miami. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the red zone now, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. It moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Second down and goal. Prescott. And he is out of bounds here. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Prescott to throw on fourth. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Moore. And good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw again on second down. Tua throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off a big.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Tua going to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins. Hunter Long, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people that have big games as well.
Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action now. Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll try the right side of Elliott. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Again to Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. The give is to Elliott. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Morrow, and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So Tua and the Dolphins down 28-21. A minute 8 to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Now Tua. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's got it complete to Waddle. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Here's Tua. He's going to let it fly. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Well, Prescott here to throw. He'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Prescott. Caught on a slant. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Second and goal from the 1. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits on zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Marr on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive at 4 plays, and it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
It's Madden NFL 20.
Brett Maher has this one teed up, and we are underway here at AT&T Stadium. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And when you look at him, you see that he's got all the tools you want in a quarterback. The big frame, the quick release, strong arm, has escapability. The issue sometimes?
And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So not only the combo, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken at the goal line. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down,
On first down, Wentz. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Wentz on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Play fake. Here's Prescott sliding out of the pocket. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
This is Elliott. There's some space here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Extra point by Moore, and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive, 7 plays in length. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, it's Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give him that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down right. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Tress Way on 4th down to sit out to punt. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now Prescott. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback, naturally, will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for completion.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Now Prescott on 4th down. Flipping left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both, because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left, it makes an accurate throw.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this 1st half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The 1st down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go Elliott again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best 1st half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Off the play fake, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Inside give to Elliott. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal is to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there forcing the completion.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This is how brain remembers. When I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Again, it's Wentz. And he'll just get rid of it.
Based on what we've seen so far, I don't even call it out there anymore, partner, because this one we're watching, they're totally on a rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 31 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Prescott from the gun. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the 1st down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. This pass hauled in by Dotson. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Wentz now on 1st down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Wentz. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hitting this game, didn't it, for them to get downfield that quick?
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Curtis Samuel from 4 yards out. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Prescott. It's complete to Brown, right side. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. So we have all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action now, Prescott. He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And down inside the 15 he goes. 77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Montez Sweat with the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Elliott. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. On play action, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Fourth down, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a third and long now after that sack.
They'll drop to throw. Thomas brings it in.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They're going to hurry back to the line now. After the sack on 1st down, Prescott able to hit his target Lamb. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Prescott off play action. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Elliott. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Elliott. They'll fight for the end zone, but they will stop him again. Shy of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Sean McKeon punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Commanders preparing for their next possession as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And this one is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now Wentz gotta have this one. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Washington. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Chase Young. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Prescott to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
Quick slant to Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The give is to Elliott. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
To throw is Wentz. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles. So the very first play, they give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, if it's 2 in a row, would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that would just about put a capper on this game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Barr now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Got the ball in great field position. No play later. Boom. End zone. following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's